Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading. This is for the week beginning June 22nd, 2026. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Michelle, this is Gypsy Insights Tarot, and this is for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Sagittarius, for the week beginning June 22nd, I've been meditating on your cards, so just a few more shuffles. And actually that's it. Okay, we'll leave it at that, Sagittarius. And while I'm putting down these cards, I want to thank you for all of your support. Sagittarius, couldn't do this channel without you guys, so I appreciate you so much. If you could continue to support me, thank you in advance by pressing that like button, sharing me, hyping me, commenting down below, subscribing if you haven't already. You know the drill. Alright Sagittarius, let's take a look at your overall energy for this week. For the week beginning June 22nd, 2026 for Sagittarius, please Spirit. What will Sagittarius be dealing with? We've got a flipper. The Mermaid Sanctuary. Love that for you guys. And let's get a clarification. The Mermaid's Sanctuary. They're surrendering to the winding path. As the Beatles would say, the long and winding road. Da, 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 da. The Mermaid Sanctuary. Well, you know, Sagittarius, for you, this is not a new thing. I feel that you've been walking down this road of change and upheaval for a little while now. And it does feel like a winding path with many twists and turns. Yes. But, you know, with Mermaid Sanctuary, I get an energy of finding some safety along the way. You know, this sanctuary to me means safety. So creating your own space so that you can be spared the harshest of the what's happening in the world. So yeah, finding sanctuary, finding a safe space. You know, the time for being more actively involved in the world, like getting out there and doing your usual adventurous self, that will come again for you. But right now, you just kind of have to say, you know what, I'm leaving that to the people that are more intrepid than me, and I'm just going to go and find a safe space to hang out for at least this week, Sagittarius. Yes, it's a very protective energy. Yeah, finding a space where there are like-minded people. It's not being alone. I sense people around you, loved ones, friends, people in general. So yeah, there will be others in this safe space. And I think that you can enrich your life currently, even though you may not be traveling at present or be planning to travel right now. You can enrich your life by looking at things closer to home. Yeah. You can even create bonds and enrich your life by willing to make small changes. Instead of going one way, the usual way, back to your safe space, you can try a different path. I don't feel that you're in a place of permanency, but it is a place of safety during a turbulent time. Okay, so yeah, the winding path here, Sagittarius, right in the center. We do have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, it feels very turbulent. You know, I just got an image in my mind of an aeroplane with turbulence. So, for those of you who are traveling this week, there may be some weather disturbances for some of my Sagittarians. You're going to be fine, but of course, you know, take precautions. For others of you with this energy of the Ace of Swords in the reverse, I feel for you it's about following the signs. Now, where are these signs coming from? They're coming from the world. And I think that you have to use your judgment, use your instincts when it comes to planning your way around the world at this time, Sagittarius. Yeah. Surrendering to what is. Now, I think that you'd rather be out doing something exciting in the world, but if life isn't taking you there, consider this different direction, and that will be for the betterment and for the safety of not just your physical self, but for your soul. Yeah, it's really important to take your focus off of the goal, the thing that you'd rather be doing right now, and just remember to enjoy where you're currently at, whatever is occurring in your life right now. There is something there to cherish and embrace. So, yeah. So rather than focus on what you want to do, which is that fabulous adventure, remember that too will come in the future. There will be time for that in the future. But right now you're meant to trust that all is well where you're at. Six of Wands. Okay. We also have Knight of Pentacles in the reverse and the Two of Wands. Yeah, everything I just said, basically. I should have turned those over before I said all that stuff. All right, well, you guys know what this is. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse is having to halt, wait. The Two of Wands is that pause before deciding what to do next. Now, in the past, you've enjoyed the things that you've been doing, the adventures that you've been on, whatever they were. I mean, they could have been big adventures or small adventures, but I feel that there's a homecoming kind of energy with that Six of Wands. Like you've achieved something good. You've achieved something great. You may have taken that first big trip overseas, or you may have taken a solo journey for the first time, or for the 20th time. Whatever that was, it was a success. But now you're kind of waiting for the next thing. Yes. We do have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, this journey, where you're meant to be right now, you're not meant to be alone. There are others around you. So cherish those people. They may not be adventurers like you, but you know what? I think that by staying put for a little while here, Sagittarius, and getting to know people where you currently are, there's something to be gained from that. High Priestess is just your inner knowing. Trust your inner knowing that again, there will be time for you to go out. This is not you staying home forever. This is just this energy around this week and maybe, the month for some of you. So I don't want you to get too caught up in thinking, oh gosh, I'd really rather be lying on a beach somewhere in the Caribbean, or I would rather be walking around a beautiful village in Spain eating fabulous tapas, or climbing around an old castle in somewhere in Ireland. Yeah, I hear you. I would rather be doing any of those things right now, Sagittarius. But the reality is we have to be more of this sanctuary, the mermaid sanctuary, and I see this as you here, this High Priestess energy, finding this place of surrender and stillness to be a place of peace and calm and safety. You're not meant to be out doing the big thing right now, Sagittarius. The Eight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I know that you don't like staying put. I know that you don't like feeling like you are restricted or trapped. You don't like that. I mean, your soul longs for freedom. And here we have the Four of Cups. So try not to get into that energy of, oh gosh, I'm so bored. Routine is boring. And I get it, Sagittarius. I understand completely. But try not to go to that place. What's hidden here, the Eight of Cups in reverse, yeah, there is a feeling of being stuck. But, it's a temporary energy. It's not forever. There is something to be gained from this. So let's see. I'm going to get a Oracle of the Feline Sages. Let's see what the cats have to say about this for my Sagittarius this week. Friendship. Highlander. Oh, I love that old movie. Do you remember that movie Highlander? It had a fabulous soundtrack by Queen. If you're a fellow Queen fan or Freddie Mercury fan, please do let me know in the comments down below, guys. I want to see where my Queen friends are. Friendship, Highlander. Yeah. Who wants to live forever? Well, you know what? You've got a long way to go. And there's a feeling around this of making a friend or nourishing a friendship that you already have around you. See it as a chance. If you've recently met someone that you could consider a friend in the future, maybe call them or be a friend to someone right now. I feel that right now friendship is the most important thing for you to be focusing on, making friends. If you're somewhere where you currently are lacking in that department, friendship is of the essence here. Now, of course, there are times with that High Priestess energy where you prefer to be alone, and you'll have those times too, but you may have been spending perhaps a little bit too much time alone, so getting out and being social in your particular area will certainly raise the mood, raise you out of this boredom of repetition or routine. Yeah, seek out and nurture some connections here, Sag, this week if you can. Don't underestimate the importance of knowing and being known. Yes, get yourself out there. It's a vital necessity for health, happiness, and quality of life. So take care to keep any old friendships going and facilitate new ones at this time, Sagittarius. This Highlander cat, and I didn't even know a Highlander cat exists, but now I want one. The Highlander cat has a heart of gold, and he loves spending time with the people that are important to him, animals too, and he knows that friendship is wealth and that affection is what makes life rich. The clatter ring here, or how do you pronounce that, guys? I'm probably pronouncing that entirely wrong. It's an Irish ring. It's an Irish token of love, loyalty, and friendship. And in this day and age, I think that we need that, because there's so much division and derision in this world. So many distractions, responsibilities, this social media thing, which I absolutely hate, Here I am, I work in this field, but to be honest with you guys, I detest everything about social media. And this is about nourishing and treasuring our most precious gifts, our relationships. And it's a loving reminder to come back to those caring connections, to strengthen them, to give them time and attention that will allow them time to deepen and grow. The importance of things like handwriting a letter rather than just sending a text is so important, especially if it's someone that you know enjoys more of the older ways of doing things. Maybe call someone you haven't spoken to in a while. You could even be attending a party or throwing a party and inviting some old friends and meeting some new people. Say yes to that invitation. Make plans to have coffee or lunch with someone, or someone you'd like to get to know. Start that conversation with the person next door if they're sitting alone. Join a class, maybe volunteer to meet some new people. It can, of course, feel very difficult or vulnerable to connect. And as we get older, though, we find it easier to just start up conversations because we're not so self-conscious. When we're young, we tend to keep to ourselves. And you know what? Even if you start up if you're an older person and you start a conversation with a younger person, you'll be surprised at their surprise that you're talking to them, an actual physical person speaking to them. But that you can make a difference by doing that, Sagittarius. It's vital, especially if you're feeling this sense of inertia, being stuck, standing still. So make that step. Practice, of course, makes perfect, and if you start with one conversation, you'll find it's easier to start conversations anywhere you go. I love that. I love it. It feels very much Like you never know on this winding path who you might meet. Could be somebody important, you know. Let's see, any other messages here for Sagittarius for this week, for the week beginning? June 22nd for Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Happy accident. Yeah, some of you could just meet someone by accident that's absolutely fabulous and could become a friend for life. Fortunate accidents can act as guides to edit and be open to where you should go next. Yeah, they could be, if you're feeling a bit lost, not knowing what to do next, you could meet someone here who says, hey, let's I've got this fabulous place that I know. Do you want to go have coffee or something like that, guys? Wow. Let's see, any other messages here for Sagittarius for the week beginning June 22nd? Cultivation. Yeah, they could be somebody who does music, or they could be a musician. For some of you, they could invite you to come along and participate in some sort of musical event as well, guys. Yeah, they could be a member of a band. I'm getting that. Interesting. Let's see, any other messages here for Sagittarius for the week beginning June 22nd? Now we've got internship here. Now I don't actually feel that that's strictly the energy that I'm picking up. I feel it's more like something that you could do, like volunteering, learning, something that you could become quite curious about. Yeah, it's the start of something. Background check. New assets. Some of you here could be looking at, again, I'm getting new assets as friends, someone who could be an important connection. Yes. For those of you who are looking for a new car or to buy something large, you could be receiving some sort of background check here, but that's just for my people who are looking to buy something quite large, a new asset. Performance evaluation. Well, that's you kind of checking in with yourself at this time, evaluating your own performance, not being quite happy with where you're at and deciding to make some changes. And saving money. Well, always a hard thing to do, Sagittarius, but certainly worthwhile. For some of you, you could be surrendering, spending a lot of money right now and doing things closer to home, which is leading to this sense of boredom and not being particularly happy about the situation. But you know what you can do? You can cultivate something here that feels fresh and new where you're at, and it is going to bring some happiness to you here, Sagittarius. Something quite out of the blue, unexpected. Breaking down barriers. Love that. So be open, receptive to people who may want to talk to you at this time, Sagittarius, and likewise start that conversation. If anyone is maybe a little bit shy or is hesitant to come right out and speak to you, Sagittarius. And starting fresh. I feel that's you here in the near future. This is the start of something beautiful, a wonderful new beginning. I've been getting that for you for a long time, Sagittarius. You're in the midst of it, and there'll be beautiful times ahead of you traveling and having fabulous adventures again. But right now, you're meant to be in this safe space. It's like spirit protecting you from the world, really, and you can find happiness where you currently are. In the future, I see you being able to step into the future, but that again is something that is being surrendered at the moment. But you know what? You can still cultivate friendships with people that you've met along the way. Keep those going. Now, it's important to to make sure that you don't break off connections with people at this present time, unless, they're not good for you. But when it comes to friends, I think that you know who you want to maintain connections with and who you don't. So, trust your instincts there. Sagittarius, I did it again. I forgot to get your tea leaves. So here we go. For the week beginning June 22nd for Sagittarius. What's coming up for Sagittarius? Compliments from an admirer. Oh, we did have that, didn't we, in that reading? A lion, time to act. So it could be someone who's being quite bold. It could be a Leo. You are highly thought of. Oh, who is this person? Work, achievement, and success. Sagittarius, love that. Wish you all the very best, and thanks again for watching.